Hey all you cool cats, and welcome back to another episode of Steins Gate. And I always start off with the episode in no background audio, and it's always weird for me, so I figured I'd start on the main screen just so that way we have some audio going. But with that being said, we're going into the next episode. Let's go! About 22 hours have passed since I made up my mind-blowingly awesome proclamation. Hello. Luca enters the lab shyly, just as he did yesterday. He gives me a bashful smile when our eyes meet. Mom had a pager. Yay! That's great, Luca-kun! Now we can proceed with the experiment.
ルカシ女の子バージョンか。燃えるの確定。
Lukashi's girl version will definitely be boy. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru are already on standby. Sending a D-mail to a pager. Yesterday we argued about whether it's even possible. Eventually we settled on probably. Well, I mean, we could test it by only doing well, I guess we'd need to be in possession of it for a long enough time. Well, I mean, we could have tested it. We could test it right now, I suppose, but I mean, might as well just do the whole damn thing, right? Anyways. Data is data, after all. The rest depends on the pager radio wave stations 8 years ago, but it should be fine as long as our data gets through safely. We already Googled how to send data to a pager. For the pagers back then, you would first enter the other person's pager number, then, if in the Kanto region, enter *2*2. After that, you would enter the numbers to send. That's how it worked, apparently. Pagers in 1992 could still only send numbers. Phone number display functions were also yet to be implemented, so your number was hidden from the other person by default. A few years after that, pagers started to implement Japanese character displays, enabling functionality similar to that of email. Oof. I wonder what that would look like, because I imagine they wouldn't do complicated kanji. They would just do the simplified, katakana or hiragana or something, really simplified versions of it. I can only imagine that's what they would do. I actually do not know, so I'll just think about that to myself. Therefore, the D-mail Lukako's about to send, it's technically not a mail, though it has to be sent in numerical form. Naturally, I have the conversion table for that on hand. You can find information even from 18 years ago if you just Google it. I was pretty worried by the lack of information on pagers at first, but that's my little secret.
漆原さん、あとは過去のお母さんに向けての文章をあなた自身で考えて。
Urishibara-san, you need to think about what to send to your mother in the past.
僕がですか?
I do.
自分の夢を叶えたいなら自分自身で道を切り開くがいい。俺たちがしてやれるのはその強払い程度のことだけだ。
If you want to grant your wish, then you must open the door with your own hands. We can only show you the way.
わかりました。
I understand. We explained to Lukako the function of the phone wave, name subject to change. The numbers we're sending are 1-byte characters, so we can send 36 of them. The pager's number-to-letter conversion system uses 2 numbers to correspond to 1 Japanese character. Furthermore, since you first need to input *2*2, that means you can only send 16 hiragana characters. Okay, so they are sending it in hiragana. Okay. Lukako, understanding everything, takes out a notebook to begin writing drafts for the pager message. I show Lukako the site I found. It reads pager number and letter conversion. Pager typing is commonly known as two-touch typing or pager input. It's somewhat different from cell phone input. You choose the consonant and then input the vowel. The consonants are A, K, S, T, N, H, M, Y, R, W. The vowels are A, I, U, E, O. Basically, to input K, you press 2 to input the consonant K. Then you press 4 for the vowel E. No, not that button. Is it this button? Yeah, that's button. There it is. Oh no, he escaped, nya. If we don't find him and kill him, misfortune will fall upon Akiba. nya. His name is the end of Choriel. He's small and nimble, and he cries, "Choo choo, yeah? Come here quick. Ferris needs your help, Nyan." I can help, but it won't be cheap. A rat? What kind of cat girl is afraid of rats? You just... Okay, let's... just go along with it. Ah.
結構めんどいな。僕はてっきり831831831って打てばいいんだとばかり思っていたよ。
This is a pain. Let's just send 831. That should do it.
どうして831なの？
Why 831?
831で野菜じゃん上皇。野菜ってのルカシのお母様の頭にすり込めばいいのかと。
8 for ya, 3 for sa, 1 for e for veggies. Yasai, duh. Veggies. We just have to drill this into Lukashi's mother's brain.
そんなメッセージではいたずら扱いされるだけだ。
She'll just pass that message off as a prank.
だったら29292929っていうのは？
Niku. I know Niku. Wait, is Niku meat or is it really Niku? I don't remember. I'd have to look that back up. My Japanese is rusty apparently. Then how about 29292929?
一応聞いてやるが、どういう意味だ？
I'm going to regret asking this, but what does that mean?
肉。
Yep, I was right. Niku. Q is how you say 9. Which okay, so if you really want to carry that in your mind, just remember that. Oh no, would it spoil that? I think it would. You know what? I'm just gonna say Q is the sound for 9 in Japanese. Alright. Me too, Q for 9 for meat. Meat.
肉好きにさせてどうする？
Why do you want her to like meat?
違うよ。それだけ肉って連呼されたらね、逆にお肉見るのも嫌になって野菜を食べようって気になるかもしれないよ。
That's not it. If you keep repeating meat, then she'll actually start to hate meat and want to eat vegetables instead, don't you think?
あるわねえよ。
Yeah, no. Lukako completes his composition while we speak our nonsense.
こういう内容でどうでしょうか。
How about something like this?
母さん、野菜をたくさん食べてね。
Eat veggies, okay?
そのまますぎじゃね？
Isn't that a little too vague?
冒頭の母さんは不要だろう。 余計な疑念を抱かせるだけだ。
And the first mom should go. That'll just make it harder to believe.
じゃあ野菜をたくさん食べると女の子を産めます。
Then eat lots of veggies to give birth to a girl.
ひねりすぎるのもね。それに文字数オーバーしてるわよ。
That's a little too direct. And it's over the character limit.
野菜食べると元気な子を産める。
Oh, this one's good if it fits. Eat veggies for a healthy kid.
ちょい待ち。この変換表によると濁点も数字2個で表現しないとダメっぽい。
Wait a sec. According to this conversion chart, it looks like you gotta use 2 more numbers for voiced consonants.
その文章だと半角4文字オーバーする。
So that sentence is 4 bytes over.
ならば少し改変だ。野菜食うと元気な子を産めるでどうだ？
Then a little modification. How about eat veg for a healthy kid?
言い方が下品じゃない？相手は漆原さんのお母さんでしょ？食うとの部分通じるかな？
Isn't that a little too informal? You're talking to Urishibara-san's mother, you know? Would she understand the veg for part?
ならば代案を出してもらおうか。
You have any bright ideas? Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and says no more. Then it's settled.
じゃあ早速打ってみようよ。
Come on, let's tape it out! When sending to a pager, the number encoded message is handled like a telephone number, so we enter the input into the X68,000. *2 *131122314524032251250213749. The long random looking string of numbers is complete.
よし、準備万端 OK だ。
Alright, we're good to go. Now we just activate the phone wave, name subject to change, and have Lukako call. The microwave timer is set to 154,152 seconds. It should arrive around January 1st, 1993. The margin of error is around 1 to 3 days, I guess. Leap year calculations a pain, so I ignored it. Lukako's slender finger starts to tremble at the top of the enter button.
いいか。起動するぞ。
Ready? I'm starting it up. Lukako looks at me with tears in his eyes, then nods faintly. The discharge phenomenon soon occurs. Lukako flinches and takes a step back, but then I see determination flare in his eyes. He sets his jaw and pushes the enter button. Oh man, that looks like we really diverged. Oh, Lukako's gone. Oh my god, what if we'd done something horrible with Lukako? What if that somehow made his mom sick or something? Oh god, what if... Oh no, now I'm getting like really bad. Why did we do this? This is such a bad idea. Why are we doing this? I'm so nervous now. Like oh my god, what if the whole thing with the shining finger was like a false flag and this was like... That was like leading up to this. Wouldn't that... Oh god, oh, don't think about it, don't think about it. We're just gonna find Lukako, it's gonna be fine. A wave of dizziness hits me again. I cannot waste any more of this episode just thinking. I have to keep moving on. I place a hand on the table to support myself. The dizziness slowly fades. Little by little, color returns to the world. Reading Steiner activated again. Did the world line change? I look around the room. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Wait, page! Address book. Lukako's in the address book. Why do I miss messages from, like... Wait. Were they all gone from the Shining Finger as well? Wait. I forgot. Like, when we did that thing, did we also... I don't remember now. I need to start remembering what I've typed out. Oh, wait. The Ferris message is gone too. I look around the room. Lukako's here! Oh, what a relief. Oh my god, it's fine. Unlike what happened with Moika, Lukako's still here. He blushes when he notices my stare. Okabe-san, could you please don't look at me like that? I fold my arms and tilt my head. Lukako's appearance hasn't changed a bit. I'm paying particular attention to his chest, and his chest, and his chest. As a guy, it's natural for him to have no breasts, but if he's a girl now, then that's a different story. That washboard isn't tiny breast level, it's no breast level.
これは失敗か。
It didn't work? So the eat lots of vegetables to give birth to a girl thing Kurisu talked about was nothing but fringe science. What kind of scientist believes in such a flimsy theory anyway? No, something happened. We saw the numbers change when we went back, so something happened. What didn't work? Everyone, including Lukako, looks at me in confusion.
何言って、お前たち揃いも揃ってボケているのか？たった今この電話レンジカッコ仮で。
Don't you remember? Just now we used the phone wave, name subject to change to. I slap a hand over my mouth as soon as I start talking. That was careless of me. As our previous experiments proved, the activation of reading Steiner means that the world line has changed, and I'm the only one who carries memory through the change. No one else here knows what we did.
いや、なんでもない。
Sorry, it's nothing. Phoenix, stop meowing. Afterwards, Mayuri and Lukako happily go out shopping for lunch at a neighborhood convenience store.
クリスティーナよ。一つ聞きたいのだが、ルカコは。
Christina, I want to ask you something. Is Lukako...
今度はどんな変態的行為を考えてるんだ。あんたたち変態コンビは油断も隙もないな。
What pervy act are you thinking about this time? Can't be too careful around the perv duo.
変態コンビじゃねえ。僕たちは変態紳士コンビだ。
We're not a pervy duo. We're a pervy gentleman duo.
どうでもいい。ほんと、どうでもいい。
Whatever. Seriously, whatever. Damn, I can't ask now. It's really annoying that no one remembers. I don't want to think about how Kurisu might react if I suddenly ask, is Lukako a girl? I should wait until I can get Lukako alone and check then. But considering how his appearance hasn't changed at all, it's very likely that the sex change failed. In that case, what did Lukako's D-mail change? It's just like the Moika experiment. The result is different from what we expected. The real problem is that we have no control. After I leave the lab, I head to May Queen Yan Square to think. Daru sits in front of me, waiting impatiently for Ferris to bring our order.
ダルよ。D メールについてどう思う？
Daru, what do you think about D-mail?
すごいような、すごくないような。
It's cool, but kinda lame at the same time.
すごくないと思った理由は？
What's lame about it?
フェイリスタンとのライネット勝負の結果を改変できなかったお。
I couldn't use it to win my Rhinet match against Ferriston. Now that's a selfish reason.
何度かの実験で分かったが、D メールの精度は まだ信頼できるレベルには達していない。
As our experiments have shown, D-mail still hasn't reached a reliable level of precision.
運の要素が絡んでくるのは装置としては欠陥だ。もっと送り手側がコントロールできるようにならなければ実用性が低いままのガラクタに終わる。
A true time machine must remove luck from the equation. The phone wave name subject to change is useless unless we can somehow give the sender more control. For starters, there's a problem of how I'm the only one who can recognize the changes. Without my special power, we wouldn't be able to check the result of the experiment. Ridiculous. Okay. I stopped by the store to... Oh, I just read that in my Yuri's voice. I stopped by the store to buy some crunchy coons since you wanted to eat them, but you're not even here. That's mean. I put them in the fridge, so eat them soon, okay? Wait, when did I say I wanted to eat crunchy coon? Well, send it. Let's get conversation going.
確かに結果出てないよな。ロト6当てるって件はどうなったん？
Yeah, we aren't getting results. What about the Lotto 6?
保留中だ。
Pending. Although it was Lukako's mistake that cost us the prize, he wouldn't have been in a position to make that mistake if I hadn't asked him to buy the ticket in my stead. Why did I do that? It's as if Steins Gate guided the money away from my grasp. No, I need to think positive.
この法院京本もあろう男がこんなところでつまずいていられるものか。俺は諦めたりはしない。なぜなら俺がマッドサイエンティストだからだ。
Yeah, but if you really wanted to make sure that you actually won the lottery, now you would just wait until the lottery came back around again and you get the numbers for the next lottery and then you send it to yourself. And this time, since you're aware of the whole, time traveling thing, you shouldn't actually ignore that message from yourself with the lottery numbers based on the knowledge that, yes, you're dealing with timey-wimey nonsense. Okay. Hyo and Kyoma will not let this keep him down. I won't give up, for I am a mad scientist.
言葉の意味はわからんが、とにかくすごい自信だ。
I don't understand what you're saying, but you sure seem confident about it.
あの電話レンジカッコ仮でゆくゆくは人間をそれも過去ばかりでなく未来にも向けて送り出すことができるように改良する。改良してみせる。いや改良しなくてはならないのだ。
Someday we will improve the phone wave name subject to change so that it may be used to send things not only to the past but also to the future. We will improve it. No, we must improve it.
それがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだからな。
For that is the choice of Steins Gate. A time machine? Ferris is standing right next to me. Where the hell did she come from?
己フェイリス、盗み聞きとは卑劣な。
Damn you, Ferris. Eavesdropping is cowardly.
何言ってるのにゃ。京馬の声が大きすぎて店中に響き渡ってたにゃ。
I don't even remember what voice I gave Ferris before, so I'm just gonna try and mimic the sound of her voice acting. What do you mean? Your voice is so loud, it echoes through the whole store, nya. What? No! Once again, I leaked classified information concerning the future of mankind.
アイスコーヒーとアイスティーと猫マンマお待たせしましたにゃ。
Here's your iced coffee and your iced tea and cat food. Thanks for waiting, Nyan. Daru's order of cat food is one of the Maid Cafe's specialties. It's not the usual miso over rice, but a stylish risotto instead. It's one of Daru's favorites. It's actually pretty tasty. Ferris places the iced coffee in front of me.
ミルクとかむしろは入れますかにゃ。
Do you want milk and syrup, Nyan?
断る。
Never.
そんな京馬には全部入れちゃうにゃ。脳には適度な糖分が必要にゃ。
If Kyoma's gonna be like that, I'll pour it all in, nya. You need sugar for a healthy brain, Nyan. Despite my refusal, Ferris pours all of the milk and syrup into my glass.
にゃんにゃ。
Then speaking some nonsense incantation, she mixes my iced coffee with the straw, and the whole time she stares straight into my eyes. Is this some sort of like punishment for something?
出たこれぞフェイリスタンの秘技目を見て混ぜ混ぜだ
There it is! Ferris Tun's secret technique! Eye contact mix mix! Dara starts explaining in excitement.
普通ならドリンクをこぼさないようにするだけでも大変なはずなのにフェイリスタンはそれを平然とやってのけるそこにしびれる憧れる
Most maids can't do it without spilling a little, yet Ferris Tun makes it look easy. That's why I love her.
この秘技によりフェイリスタンはメイクインにおける人気ナンバーワンメイドとして君臨しているのだ
It's because of this secret technique that Ferris Tun reigns supreme as Maid Queen's #1 maid. The iced coffee in the glass changes from black to brown. Damn, she's dragging me into her pace again. Oh, excuse me. Next, Ferris performs the same secret technique on Daru.
フェイリスタンありがとうございます美味しくいただきます
Thank you, Ferris Tun. I'll be sure to savor it. He bows deeply, such a polite man. I take a sip of my iced coffee. Its bitterness and sweetness flow down my throat. When I look up, I see Ferris standing next to me, her silver tray in front of her waist.
なんだ何か用事か
Do you need something?
続きを聞かせるにゃ
I want to hear the rest, nya.
今日またダルにゃ面白そうなお話してたにゃタイムマシンがどうとかって
Kilma and Daru, nyan. We're having a little fun chit-chat. Chit-cat. Yeah, something about a time machine.
フェイルスとっても聞きたいにゃ
Ferris really wants to hear, nyan. She gives me a babyish look with upturned eyes, but I firmly reject her.
極秘事項だ部外者には明かせん
It's top secret, not for outsiders.
さっき店中に響き渡るぐらい大声で話してたのはどこの誰にゃ
And whose big mouth lit the whole store here, nyan?
だ
ダルにゃフェイリスに教えてほしいにゃ
Tell Ferris, Daru, nyan. That's cheap. She's targeting Daru now. No, Daru! Stay strong! Don't underestimate him, Ferris, nyan nyan. Daru's my most trustworthy right-hand man, the wizard-class super hacker. He won't be tricked into divulging classified information.
実はメールを過去に送れるっていうすげえマシンを作ったんだお主に僕が
We built an amazing machine that can send emails to the past. I did most of the work, of course. And he's broken! Women are scary.
それってつまりタイムマシンってことにゃ
Is that a time machine, yeah?
そういうことになるかな
I guess you could say that.
タイムマシンを作ったなんてすっごいにゃフェイリスはダルニャンの頭の良さにキュンキュンしそうだにゃ
Wow, you're awesome, Nyan. Your big brain makes my heart race, Nyan.
マジで困ったなうへうへ
You mean it? No, I'm embarrassed. Dumbass, what's with that grin?
フェイリスはタイムマシンに乗って時間旅行するのが夢なのにゃ
Ferris dreams of going a journey through time, Nyan.
僕がいつか連れてってあげるよ
I'll bring you along someday.
だる安請け合いするな
Daru, don't make promises you can't keep.
ところで昔から疑問だったんやけど時間ってどんなものなのかにゃ
By the way, it's been bugging me, but what is time anyway, Nyan?
何
What?
よく時間を川に例えて過去から未来に向かって流れてるとか言うにゃ
Time is often compared to a river, Nya, flowing from past to future.
でも本当にそうなのかにゃ
But is that really how it works, Nya?
もし川の流れだとして過去と未来に挟まれた現在は どこにあるのにゃ？それは点なのか線なのか、そもそもどこからどこまでが現在なのにゃ？
If time is a river, then where is the present, yeah? Is it a point? Is it a line? Where does the present begin and end, yeah?
そういえば漠然とイメージはあるけど真面目に考えたことはないな。
Now that you mention it, I only have a vague concept of time. Never gave it any serious thought.
現在は川の上に浮かぶ葉っぱだ。それは過去から未来へと流れに沿って動いていく。
The present is a leaf floating on the river. It moves along with the flow from past to future.
そんじゃその葉っぱに全ての人間が乗ってるって考えればいいのかにゃ？死んだら葉っぱから落ちるってことになるのにゃ？
So we are riding on the leaf, yeah? When you die, do you fall off, yeah?
そういうことだろう。その葉っぱのある地点より川の上流は過去、下流が未来と定義できる。
You could say that. All points upstream from the leaf are the past, downstream the future.
ふにゃー。でも
Yeah, but
その葉っぱは人間にとっての現在にゃ？
but is that leaf the only present for humans, yeah?
というと
Meaning?
人間が時間に単位を作って観測してるから葉っぱは現在だってわかるにゃ。けど
Humans make units to define and observe time, which is how we know the leaf is in the present.
例えば全宇宙すべての生き物が絶滅しちゃった世界だと現在を観測できる存在がいなくなっちゃうと思うのにゃ。
But if every living thing in the universe went extinct, nothing would exist to observe the present, yeah?
その場合どこが現在になるのにゃ？
In that case, where would the present go, yeah?
神様とか宇宙の意志とかが観測するんじゃね？
Wouldn't something like God or the will of the universe observe it?
じゃあもしその神様が4次元的存在だとしたら過去にも未来にも自由に生きることになるにゃ。
But what if God is a four-dimensional being who can freely move through time, yeah? Oh, I forgot to look at Pager before. 40. Four-dimensional space-time is comprised of the three spatial dimensions plus the fourth dimension, time. Three-dimensional beings, like humans, can only move in three spatial dimensions. A four-dimensional being would be able to move through time as easily as humans can move through air. Pager, an early method of receiving wireless messages. Service in Japan started around 1968. After support for text data was added in the 1990s, pagers grew in popularity among high school girls. However, pagers were soon replaced by cellular phones. Pager service was terminated in 2007. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. They were replaced by cell phones really, really fast. Looks like the same held in Japan as well.
その神様の現在が基準になるならフェイリスたちの現在も過去方向に行ったり未来方向に行ったりしないとおかしいにゃ。
Is this what Titer meant by Messiah? If God is the one who decides the present, then won't our present move with him, yeah? This is hard.
つまり現在は観測者の主観に委ねられると言いたいのか？
So what you're saying is that the present is subjective to the observer.
もしそうなら過去と未来も主観次第になっちゃうにゃ。
If we go with that assumption, then the past and the future are also dependent on the observer, yeah?
もしタイムマシンでフェイリスが1週間前にタイムトラベルしたとしたらキョーマやダルニャンの現在とフェイリスの現在は1週間ずれちゃうにゃ。
If Ferris were to use a time machine to travel back 1 week, then Kyoma and Darunyan's present would become Ferris's future, yeah?
そういえばそうだな。
I guess that makes sense.
だとしたらそのズレは葉っぱだとどうやって表現するのにゃ？
So how does the leaf model reflect that difference, yeah? Neither Daru nor I have an answer to that. Perhaps nobody has an answer. Just like the collapse of causality thing that Krisu mentioned. Does that mean that time machines and time travel are impossible after all? But CERN's jellified test subjects physically traveled as far as back as 1921.
そもそも観測者の主観に委ねられるなら時計は関係なくなっちゃうのにゃ。
Anyway, if everything depends on the observer, then clocks are meaningless, Nyan.
楽しい時間は早く過ぎるし、辛い時は時間が過ぎるのが遅く感じるにゃ。つまり主観だと時間の流れは変動しちゃうにゃ。
Fun times fly and hard times drag, Nyan. In other words, the flow of time changes depending on your point of view, Nyan.
そういえばさ、年を取るにつれて時間の流れって速くなってるような気がするよな。
Speaking of which, as you grow older, it feels like time starts to flow faster, doesn't it?
ジャネの法則だな。
Janet's Law. A perspective on the passage of time proposed by psychologist Janet. For some reason, as one ages, time seems to pass by more quickly. For example, 1 year is 1/7 of a 7-year-old's life, but only 1/17 of a 70-year-old's life. By this reasoning, the subjective length of time is inversely proportional to age.
とまあ、フェイリスはたまにそんなことを考えてるのにゃ。だから安易に時間を川の流れに例えるのはちょっと違うような気がするのにゃ。
Varys thinks about this stuff sometimes, Nya. I think time might not be something as simple as a river, Nyan.
考えれば考えるほどこんがらがってきた罠。
Yeah, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. The strict definition of time, similar to the question of where is the self, is one of humanity's eternal questions. Countless renowned scholars have left this question unanswered. There's no way amateurs like us can answer it. But there's one thing I can do.
にゃにゃ。
Nya.
案ずるな。俺たちが開発するタイムマシンはそういう哲学的であったり物理学的考察など関係なく時空跳躍を可能にしてしまうのだな。そうだよな、ダル。
Fret not, though physics and philosophy may deny us, our machine has made time travel possible. Am I correct, Daru?
そうそう、そういうこと。
Yeah, that's right.
にゃー。開き直っちゃったにゃ。
Yeah, looks like you've kicked reason to the curb, Nya.
でもダルニャンたちの作ったタイムマシンフェイリスも使ってみたいにゃ。ダメかにゃ。
But Varys wants to use the time machine too, Nya. Can I please?
まあ、僕の権限ならフェイリスタンにも使わせてあげなくもないよ。
Sure, I'll let you use it as much as you want, Varys-tan.
本当かにゃ。約束だにゃ。
Really, Nya? Then it's a promise, Nya.
ダル、勝手なことをほざくな。
Daru, don't decide things on your own. Varys springs up with joy and hugs Daru's rotund body. That's all it takes to make Daru look like he's died and gone to heaven. Alright, I think that's a good place to stop. I kind of wasted a lot of time ranting about things that aren't really related completely to, like, I don't know. I feel bad for, like, ranting so much, but I do need to take a small break, and I will get back to recording another episode, which I will see you guys then. Bye-bye! So, I don't think I've said, like, which characters I really like. I love Lukako. He is precious. Mayuri is the sweetest thing in this game. I love her quite a bit. Rintaro's interesting. I would probably be... I probably would not like Rintaro if it weren't for the fact that the other characters bounce so well off of him. He's a person I would be personally exhausted by if I was around. Like, I would probably get tired of everything he does if I had to be around him for too long. But I think as a main character, he kind of really works really well because you can see inside of his head, and that makes him way more complex than just like a gag character. Like, he is definitely a character that in most cases would just be like there for our gag. Or you'd probably wonder if he was like having to deal with, like, I don't know, multiple personalities, or just like, you would wonder, like, is he actually believing everything? But like, because he's not, because you can hear his thoughts, you can clearly see that, like, it's an act that he puts on for whatever reason. Ferris, I'm not, I don't know, maybe I would have to know Ferris more, because I don't feel like I really know her that much. She's okay. She's probably the least interesting, or she's the least, like, I don't know what word I want to use. Like, she's the Mahiro of the group. She's the one who I'm just kind of like, eh. Like, I don't dislike you, but I don't really like you as much as the rest of the cast. And maybe she would be too much. Like, if this was just about Hyoin and Ferris, I'd probably be very exhausted. The two of them are a bit much. Part-time warrior Suzuha, what a great character. I like her quite a bit. Man, if I had to rank these characters, I'd struggle, because who would be my favorite? I think it'd be easier to decide who's my favorite male character first. Look, my favorite male character is definitely Lukako, without a doubt. I really like him quite a bit. So, but female, I'm torn between Kurisu and Mayuri and Suzuha. I really like them all quite a lot. Daru is comedy. He's just comedy to me. Like, I don't dislike him, but I don't exactly, I don't love him and adore him, but I think he kind of takes the edge off of, like, a lot of these characters just bounce really well together, like in duos and trios, like in the case of, like, Mayuri is such a sweetie that being, like, next to Daru, like, amplifies her sweetness as well as, like, accentuates Daru's tendencies. So it really balances the group out. Like, they all are very, like, it kind of reminds me a bit like how the Danganronpa characters, like each one has their own, like, spice or flavor, but when you combine the two flavors together, you get, like, very interesting discussions between them. I think that's what really sells this cast quite a bit, is that they work well together. I really don't like her at all. I don't want to say hate, because hate is such a strong word that I reserve for only people who really upset me, but she's, like, upsettingly, I don't like her. Something, I don't know. And I'm sorry for the people who like her and are frustrated with me. I can't. This is gonna sound like a pun, but I was like, I can't put my finger on why I don't like her, but like, I know why, but it's like, that's not a good enough reason to not like someone. Like, I recognize that my dislike of her goes beyond just having a rational reason, and I'm trying to figure out what that unrational part of me is. John Titor is interesting. Because originally, I thought he was not going to be, like, he wasn't going to play a part in this story at all. And then, like, I started to think that maybe, like, Suzuha was John Titor, but, like, that's not it. So, I'm thinking, like, maybe the two of them were, like, maybe they're, like, co-workers or something, like, Suzuha and John Titor, like, they came together from the future to try and, like, you know, do something about the past. And Kurisu is... So I had a discussion with someone about Steins Gate. We didn't, like, go into spoilers or anything, but, like, a part of the thing was the person I was talking to was pretty frustrated about something that Hyo and Kyoma says or does, and I said that I'm not bothered by a lot of the things that he says or does, because the game does not align with the game does not try to sell you on the fact that Rintaro is the ideal person you should look up to. Like, the game isn't trying to say, like, look at Rintaro and how great of a person he is and how everyone should aspire to be him, and, like, that's, like, he's not the morally character you should be like, oh yeah, this guy's got great morals and like, he's an upstand, like, you don't get that impression. Like, the game's not telling you that. The game actually kind of you know, talks down about it. It's kind of like, if you've seen Death Note, you know for a fact that Light is not being portrayed as the exact morally just and correct person. Like, you know what you're in for. You're a little... It's different from, like, why am I blanking on, like, obviously every other protagonist out there where they... they're like, like, you know, Link or something, like, where it's like, I am the ultimate good going against, you know, the bad or whatever. Like, you know, like most protagonists. So he's kind of like a, he's not being held up to that standard of being like, so when he says something wrong, I don't feel offended by the things he says that's wrong, or whenever he thinks something wrong, I'm not upset about him thinking things wrong, because the game is not aligning with the fact that, yes, he's right. In fact, he's constantly lying and making stuff up. So he's not like he's not that type of person that you're supposed, like, the game wants you to look up to him. Now, on the flip side, who I do think the game actually kind of nods to as, like, you know, this is a model person, is Kurisu. Kurisu is definitely held into the limelight of basically, like, this is like someone who has, like, dreams, has, like, strong opinions. The game definitely holds Kurisu in that this is like the morally good person, the person who's got, like, you know, their stuff together, they're trying, and she kind of looks down upon Rintaro as well, and, you know, she's the straight edge, the person who's just, you know, hardworking, you know, and so, like, the thing is, like, I'd be way more offended if, like, Kurisu was the one saying troubling things or whatever, because then that would be kind of like the game's impressionable behavior is being used for bad or whatever. It like, I don't know if that makes sense, because I'm not very good with words when I'm just talking off script, but yeah, that's just something that, like, I had a discussion with someone about the game, and like, and the protagonist doesn't need to be like this good person, you know? I actually really like complicated protagonists. There's nothing wrong with like your, you know, bog standard, like, this is a good guy doing a good thing, saving the world, defeating the baddie, like whatever. Like, there's nothing wrong with those types of characters, but I always like appreciate when a character has like more to them. The protagonist is like I always feel like protagonists are the ones that like they always seem to come in like the same sort of thing. So it's just like one of those things where I always find like side characters far more interesting than protagonists. Like, this goes in like TV shows, animes, you know, games. It's just like that. And so I really appreciate Rintaro for being different, even if he's crazy. And then of course Braum. Yes. He's quite a character, isn't he? I really like him too. I like the sound of his Japanese when he speaks, where he kind of like rolls the sounds more. I can't do the sound, but he rolls like his tongue, and I can't do it. I don't know, but it's got like that. It's got like that. I want to say like a thug, but it's kind of like a Japanese word for it would be like a Yankee, or like a, you know, just like an unrefined sort of person's way of talking, you know, like it's kind of like an unrefined way of talking, but I love that sound. It's got so much character. Like, one of my favorite Japanese voices, and I can't remember the name of the voice actor, but like from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Okuyasu, like, I really love like the sound of his voice. I've gone off on a huge tangent here for no reason at all. I've wasted so much of your time. Holy smokes. I'm gonna have to put like a timestamp to like jump past all of that nonsense. I'm sorry. We're going back to this game. Okay, back to this. Then you press 4 for the Val E.